Good morning, everyone. Got some stuff I want to talk about this morning, but we're gonna grab a coffee first because it's 6 a.m. I got work at 2, unfortunately, and we're going to the gym at 9, like 8 to 9 with one of my friends. So, but making a little bit of different videos today. So I'm gonna grab some coffee we'll talk on the drive there, and yeah, let's go get some coffee. Grab the coffee. I actually filmed the whole segment on the drive here, but I wasn't filming. I clicked film, but it stopped for some, who knows, right? So actually, we got donuts, because it's Father's Day, and I got myself a coffee. Who knew picking donuts is so hard? I feel like pretty pressure, like, why is it so hard? They're standing and looking at you. There's a lot of pressure. And this thing look-y tastes like ass. But I paid $8 for it, I'm gonna drink it. $8 is looking crazy for a drink. Anyway, I quite literally filmed, should I go left or right? Yeah, I can go right. I quite literally filmed a whole segment on what got me into business on the way here. And I wasn't even filming, which is phenomenal. But we'll talk about it now. I guess now. So I was talking about what got me into entrepreneurship and business and stuff like that. So I want to say about 2 years ago, I went to one of my good friends and I was like, hey, we should start a side hustle, right? Like window cleaning or, typical, like the big five, car detailing, window cleaning, like yard work, like stuff like that. What stuff? Okay, buddy. You go, just go. I can't. Yep, go. We got idiots today. Anyway, I was like, yeah, we should start a side hustle together. Make some extra money. I was working part-time. I want to make a little more money, though. That's where, the hunger came from, stemmed from. So, we came up with an idea. We never actually did anything with the idea, though, but it's the principle of it. And then it stemmed into actual business, right? So we both started day trading. And we both watched that stupid TGR boot camp. Everyone knows what it is. I think everyone has watched that stupid boot camp. But we used to sit in my room. It was kind of funny. We used to sit in my room and literally watch the videos. We had our notebooks out. We'd take notes. We're pretty dedicated to it. He's still pretty dedicated to it. I'm not, obviously. He's pretty good at trading. He's passed a couple of funded accounts. I think he's pretty close to his first payout. But that's what started it. And then I went to ecom, and I was a bit skeptical of ecom. Everyone always says that ecom doesn't work, and that ecom is dead and it's saturated, and nobody does it anymore, which is kind of untrue. The reason you think it's saturated and no one does it is because that's driven into your brain so hard. But my first store had like 20 products. I was using AutoDS to get you those free products. And I was like, wow, this is so easy, so cool and innovative. I'm going to make so much money. I didn't, reality check hit me really hard. But that was the first, renditions of who I am today with my store and all that. But that's what started it all. And then I actually quit ecom for a bit. Went to wholesale real estate because I saw some stuff on that and I was like, wow, that's so cool. It's like, when you find something new and it's like that dopamine hit and you want to do it, and then I was like, wow, this really isn't what I want to do. So I went back to ecom and now I'm sticking with ecom, right? So, and then I found the drink mix like supplement niche. I dropped a couple products in there and I actually saw a little success, got a couple sales and all that. And I was like, I need something more longevity, more long term. So I found Suppleful and I started Vitella, and now we're here. And I've learned so much in the past 6 months with ads and building stores and customer psychology and all that stuff. And you know, it's been such a short amount of time, I've learned so much. So it's been quite crazy, the journey, and it's just the beginning of it, right? And what we're actually talking about in today's video is 6 things I have learned since I've started, right? And I feel like I've learned a lot, right? And I want to be able to share that with people, even though I'm not some 8-figure brand owner yet. I think I've learned a lot that I can, be able to share with someone, maybe that I can help anyone in the drop shipping world or e-com world, I guess. Because I really want to, I've said on one of my TikToks, I want to, have a mentorship later on, but not like one of those mentorships where you charge up the ass for it, but like something where, it's kind of cheaper on the lower end, and I actually help people, and actually, help people start their own brands like I did, So that's one thing. One of my goals is to help people in the e-com world who want to start, because I know I was confused as all hell when I started. So being able to help, like a younger me, basically, start would... Okay. There's some weird people on the road today, guys. But, being able to help people just like me was one of my goals. So, but yeah, we're gonna go get this in the house. Probably need a donut, honestly. And I'm gonna tell you 6 things I have learned since I have started my journey from the start, from all of my trading days, all the way to now with Vitella, right? And I hope you enjoy it. And actually, now that little side rant, I found a missing watch. This is my first watch I ever bought. It's a Seiko mod. I get made fun of for it because it's like the rainbow watch or what the hell. I don't care. I love this thing. I thought I lost it. I didn't. I did not lose it. And I'm so glad I didn't. Because I thought I did. Nope, it was in my backpack because I just graduated, and then when I go to PE, I would when I went to PE, I would take out I thought I wasn't filming. It was. I just kind of cut it before. But we're gonna go put this in the house first, and then I'm gonna film the 6 things I've learned. So let's go do that, and I'll get back to you guys. So here are the 6 things I have learned since I've started my journey. Hello. Starting with number 1, and that is surround yourself with like-minded people. Now, this term I think is thrown around so often nowadays. Surround yourself with people. I'm not saying, go out and cut everyone off that doesn't have a business or is not a business owner or this and that, right? I'm saying people who limit you in your beliefs, right? If you go and tell your friend, hey, I want to start this business, I have this idea, and they say that's stupid right off the bat, probably not someone you want to keep around, right? A real true friend, even if they don't agree with what you're doing, or not agree, more to say, but don't understand it, would still be intrigued by the idea, or even just say oh, okay, that's kind of cool, or want to learn more about it before they judge it, right? If you tell a friend or anyone and say, hey, I want to start this business, here's my idea, I think I can really do it, and they go out and start telling you that doesn't work, don't do it, yada yada this, yada yada that, they're probably not gonna want to have this stutter. That's probably not something you want to keep around, right? So just surround yourself with people who are not going to limit you, right? That doesn't mean they all have to be entrepreneurs and business owners, but people who, believe in you, who don't limit your beliefs and keep you in the same place, right? Number 2 is take action. I think this is a big one because a lot of people like to sit there and wait for the perfect moment, right? Well, I want to learn this. Oh, I want to learn that before I start. When in reality, a lot of that stuff just comes with time, right? Comes with time. Learning as you go, right? I didn't know a thing about ads when I first started. And now I feel more into my ads than ever, right? I feel like I can make confident decisions on my ads and my brand without a second thought, without any emotion, right? Taking action is the biggest thing, right? You need to just do it. Just go out and do it. If you have the idea, just start it, Um, don't sit there and wait for the perfect moment or the perfect thing to align, because that time will never actually come. You'll be sit there waiting forever and you'll just let the opportunity pass by. A lot of people let the opportunity pass by when, if they just started then, they could have achieved that goal way longer or way before, but they didn't because they waited, right? So just take the action and start it. Doesn't matter if you don't know what you're doing. Learn as you go. If you make the mistake and fail, cool, you learned it. You learned a new skill. Just get back up and get to it. That's all it is, right? Number 3, don't compare your success to others online. I think a lot of people like to see something in their niche, right? If you're a trader, if you do like growth operator or e-com, freelance brand scanning, stuff like that, any business model, they like to compare where they're at to people who have been in the game much longer, right? For example, if you're a freelance brand scaler and you look at Brett Scales, right? He's like an 8-figure business owner, right? He's been doing this for so long. If you look at him and go, oh my gosh, I'm not at that point yet, I'm behind. You're not. Everyone's journey is different, right? My journey compared to somebody else is going to be completely different in the e-com space because we're doing completely different things. We're in the same niche, we're both doing e-com, but I know stuff that he doesn't, and he knows stuff that I don't, right? Everyone's journey is different at the end of the day, right? Ash, get out of there. My stupid dog, sorry. Don't compare your journey to others, right? If you're not at the point you want to be, that's okay. It'll come to you, right? Your success is yours to control, right? Don't compare it to someone online because they're going to say, I made this amount of money in this amount of time. Just, it's your journey, it's your path, it's your destiny. You control it, right? So don't compare it to other people's because they're just going to tell you different. Number 4, results come with time and skin in the game. This one is pretty big because I think a lot of people get into their business and they think that they're going to see results in the first month. That's not true. It can take a couple months, even a year at most, to even see one result in your business, and that's okay, right? It takes time to learn, right? It takes time for stuff to come, and sometimes to learn, it just takes for you to get your skin in the game, right? It takes time for that failure to come. That failure is going to come, right? You're going to fail. You're going to fail a lot, but then you're going to succeed, and then you're going to start understanding it, and you're like, whoa, I'm getting it now, and that's the realization I'm having now, right? Even though I haven't had the first sale yet, I'm starting to see my hard work pay off, right? So results will come to you. It may not be now, it may not be next week, but they will come to you, right? So just let it happen. Do your daily deeds, get your work done, and as long as you stick to your things you need to do for your business every day, it'll come, right? So don't think that if you don't see results in the first 2-3 months that you're failing or you're behind, because you're not, right? Number 5, pick one thing and stick with it. As you heard me talk about earlier, I hop businesses a lot. Don't do that. Pick one and stick with it. Find one that you're genuinely passionate about and do it, right? E-com has always been a passionate thing for me, but I didn't really realize that. I love everything about e-com. I love doing it. I actually enjoy doing it. If you're doing the thing just because for the money aspect of it, then you're not it's not for you, right? You need to pick something that you genuinely enjoy and you actually like doing. It's with any job, really. Don't pick something you're gonna hate for the rest of your life. If you pick something you like and stick with it, right? If you do it for the long amount, he's right there.
What's he doing?
Just sitting here. If you do it if you stick with it, it'll work out and you'll succeed. Now, that does come with a grain of salt. You got to put your full effort into it. If you just sit there and half-ass it, obviously you won't work. But if you sit there and put your full effort every day, show up.
Ash, get over here. What's he eating?
He's not eating anything.
Come on. Ash. Let's go.
Anyway, as I was saying, my dog's hitting a lot of things out here, so for God's sake. Anyway, let's get back into it. Pick one thing and stick with it, right? Do not business hop. Just pick it and stay consistent, right? Consistency is your best friend, right? If you do it every day with your full effort, it'll succeed, it'll work out, right? So just pick one, right? Pick one that you genuinely care about and you want to do, and just do it. It's that simple, right? Don't sit there and I want to do this, I want to do that. No, pick one thing, right? And if you stick with it long enough and you genuinely care about it, it'll succeed. Now this last one is like the biggest thing I can drive home. Number 6, your mindset is your most powerful asset, but it can also be your most limiting one. Now what I mean by this is your mind can be the most powerful thing you have, or it can be the most limiting thing you have, right? If you want to succeed, you have to believe you deserve it, and you have to believe you already have it, right? Your future self, like me, everything I've ever wanted, I've already attained, right? My future self has it. It's reality is catching up with it, right? Everything, the M5 comp I want, the high-rise apartment I want, everything I want, the watches, everything, my future self has it, right? He already has it. I'm just working to get that stuff, right? But it can also be your limiting asset, right? If you sit there and think, oh, well, maybe I'll do this, maybe this can happen, it's not going to. You're right. If you say you can't, you're right. You won't. But if you say, I can do this, I can start this business, I can make it $10,000 a month, I can get that car, you will be able to get it, right? Sitting there saying that you can or you can't or maybe, those are limiting beliefs. You can no matter what. Your mind is your most powerful asset. So if you sit there and tell yourself, I can do this, I will get that, you will. You have to be so delusional sometimes that people may think you're crazy, right? It's the truth. You got to be able to be so delusional sometimes that you believe you already have it. And when you switch your mindset like to that you already have it, you're just waiting for reality to catch up, everything changes, because then you're moving with a purpose, right? You're not just moving to make the money anymore. You're moving because you genuinely want it, right? So those are the 6 things I have learned so far since I've started my journey. Let me know if you guys enjoyed. Oh, actually, no, it's not over yet. I actually want to get some other opinions on this, so when I go see my friend later today, I'm going to get his opinion on some of this stuff, right? And his opinion on it, right? I guess I just said that, but right, so we'll get his stuff, his input and his spiel, and I'll get back to you guys with that. Alright guys, so this is Corbin.
Yo.
He trades. He's a day trader. I told you about him earlier. He's been in one of the other videos with the M4 CS. I'm sure you can remember the car. He's going to elaborate on how mindset has helped him in the past couple of years and how he's grown with it. So if you want to...
Yeah, so really, I think the biggest thing in anything that you do, whether it's business or, anything in life, I think that you really just have to envision yourself with that thing that you want, but you already having it. Because if you think about it, if you think about you right now and think about the rich version of you, and what is that rich version of you doing, right? That rich version of you is doing all the things that you're not doing. So if you start thinking and acting and talking, everything like that, like the rich person that you already are, and you act like you are living the life that you want to live, and you tell yourself that you're already rich, you're already driving your dream car, right? You already have everything that you want in life and everything like that. You're going to start acting, you're going to start moving, telling yourself that, and that's going to change everything, right? All of your limiting beliefs are going to start to fade away, because in your mind, you're not limited because you're already there. You're already rich, you're already living your dream life. You know, it clears your head up a lot, and it makes you believe. And I think that telling yourself that you already have everything that you want is something that's really, really big, because energy is a big thing, right? So if you tell yourself that you're already rich and you're working and, you know, trying to actively become rich, it will happen much sooner than if you just tell yourself that, like, you know, you're not good enough or anything like that, because your subconscious mind will start to believe that you're not good enough, right? We have like thousands of thoughts a day, and I don't know if you knew, about only 50 of those thoughts are our own thoughts. So your subconscious mind does so much thinking for you. If you just trained your subconscious mind to believe that you're already rich, you're already driving all of your dream cars and everything like that, right? Have all the money, have the house that you want, the penthouse, whatever it is, right? Your subconscious mind is going to believe that, and then your actual mind is going to follow. And your whole everything, you're going to talk different, walk different, move, everything, you're going to work differently. Your whole life will change if you just start to tell yourself that you're already rich and you already have what you want.
So that's his input on mindset. This kid right here, honestly, like, ever since we've started this journey, from the day that we started, he's always the one, you know, fixing my mindset. You know, the other day I said I hope to have an M5. He said, no, fix it. You're going to have an M5, right? So it's really just telling yourself that you will have the things you want, that you already have it, right? It's just waiting for reality to catch up, basically. So just act like the person you want to be, right? Act like the millionaire that you already are. Like, you already have the car, the penthouse, the watches, everything that you wanted is already there. You're just waiting for reality to catch up, basically. So that's mindset is really just one of them, can be your most powerful asset, but can also be your most limiting one at the same time.
And also, it's really like a form of manifestation, right? If you're telling yourself, and honestly, if you guys didn't know, if you can envision yourself and see yourself living the life that you already have, you are so much different than so many people. And almost everybody that you talk to will say, oh, you know, I wish I could be rich. Oh, you know, this, right? Stuff like that, you know, oh, I gotta go to school, I gotta get a, 9 to 5, stuff like that, right? If you can see yourself and you can feel that the normal life isn't for you, you're so much different than so many people. And I think that's something that a lot of people have to understand, because even I was just telling him a little bit ago, I was like, there's no way that people can't see themselves being rich. There's no way that people can't just like see the life that they're living and be like, this isn't for me. Like, I have to do something more with my life. I have to get rich, right? But a lot of people in this world don't see life like that. And I was telling him, like, I don't understand how that's not possible, right? There's got to be, I feel like everybody should feel like that. But, when I used to work at Five Guys, I had a conversation with a guy, and he pretty much told me that he could never see himself getting rich because he's too lazy, and that life's not for him, right? And it's like, how does that work, right? I was so fixated on trying to get rich. The park is so bad. We're getting the hell out of here. We're gonna find an old parking spot. I was like, I don't know how people don't see themselves getting rich, but really you are different if you don't, or if you already see yourself getting rich. You're so much different than so many people. And I think that's something that you guys should take as like a gift, right? If you can already see yourself living life and you feel like you're gonna get rich, you're halfway there. You just have to start telling your mind every single day that you're already rich. You're already everything that you want in life. And I think that's something that's pretty crazy, because I don't know, I thought that everybody just thought that they could be better, but a lot of people just don't. And that's really another form of like a limiting belief, is that if you think and know that you can be better, you will become better.
Like he watched this YouTuber I started watching, was Hudson Cosper. A point he made yesterday, a video I was watching, is if you tell a kid from the time they're born to like 16 that they only need 2 hours of sleep, they can probably function off 2 hours of sleep because they're told that since they were a kid, right? If you tell yourself for long enough that I'm this, I'm that, you will start to believe it. So your mind is honestly probably one of those powerful things that you can use to your advantage. Just don't let it limit you at the same time. So that'll be it for this one. You'll see a post on the update on ads on Wednesday. So you'll also see probably more of him, because he's probably making videos too on psychology, because he trades. So,
And if you guys didn't know, trading is like really 70% psychology. I mean, I think, to be honest with you, I think the strategy is the easiest part. I think that mindset and following your rules and most of your problems in trading will come from your own head and not from your strategy. The strategies are really the easiest part of trading.
yes, psychology is the biggest thing in trading. Over trading, over leveraging, all that type of stuff. But that's it. And I'll see you guys in the next one.